Hi, it's Andy from GPS Training. In this short video we're just going to show you how on something like the eTrex 2232X model, I've got the 32X in front of me now, we can actually change the trip computer layout to make some of the data boxes a little bit larger. This is one of the smaller, more compact units that we sell, so it's just to give you that better view when you want to glance at some data on the trip computer and you maybe don't need all of the standard boxes that come as default from Garmin. So when we're viewing a slightly smaller screen as this compact eTrex 32X has, we know that when we're on the map screen, of course we have our up and down arrows on the side of the unit where we can zoom in and out to make the map smaller or larger. But when it comes to the trip computer, so I'm just going to move down to the trip computer, which shows lots of useful data when we're out doing an activity, you can change what you see in these data boxes, but some customers will often comment, is there any way we can make these data boxes a little bit bigger? There is an option to do that. So at the moment, as default, you can see we've got the 6 boxes here and what we call the dashboard. So the first thing I'm going to do while I'm on the trip computer is just press the menu button once, and you'll see the option big numbers is the second option down. So if I go to big numbers, just select that, you now see I've got 2 large data boxes. I've still got the dashboard at the top, which we can actually change as well. So it's really deciding, I suppose, what information you would like to see. If seeing the sunset, the elevation and trip odometer stuff you want to see, and you just want a couple of extra data fields below and change them to whatever you would like, which I'm going to show you next, you could leave the dashboard as this standard recreational one. But we can actually change the dashboard to have 1 large box, which would give you 3 data boxes, or 4 smaller boxes, and then the stuff that you want to see really quickly you have in the 2 bigger boxes. So the first thing I'm going to do is just show you how we can change what we see now in these 2 larger boxes. So if I press the menu button once now, we get the option change data fields. So I've just used the joystick to move down to change data fields, press down on the top of the joystick, which is the enter, and then what it's going to do is flash green. So it's not actually flashing green, but highlight green in the top data field. If I wanted to leave that one as speed, I can move down to the moving time one using the joystick. That's highlighted in green, and that's the one I'm going to change. But I'll go back up to speed now, press down on the joystick and give you some of the examples. So they're all alphanumeric. There's just a really long list of what you can change things to. If you had the ENT plus Garmin temperature sensor, I noticed one of the options was temperature. Lots of things to do with speed. There'll be lots of things to do with navigation, eScent, etc. So it's really just going through the list and finding something, the sort of stuff that you would like. If you're navigating to a course, a route, it could be distance to destination, distance to the next point in your route, could be elevation. Again, the choice is going to be yours what you put in these boxes. It's really just to show that they can be changed and that you can actually make them bigger. So if I actually go down to the one that says location selected, that means whatever I've got set in setup and position format. So I've got this unit in setup and position format set to British National Grid for an Ordnance Survey grid reference that we use in the UK. So if I select location selected now, what would then happen in this box here, where I've got it in green, once I've got a GPS signal, I'd actually see my Ordnance Survey grid reference in there. So that's just one example. If I move down to the next box where it says moving time, I would just repeat the process, press down on the joystick and go down all the list of things we can change to, up and down till I get one that I want to change it to and select it to that one. So if it was something to do with navigation, we'll just find some of the navigation ones. ETA destination, that's only going to have information if I'm navigating a route or track on the unit or to a point that I've marked on the map. So ETA, a destination, estimated time of arrival. When you've changed the boxes to what you would like, you must remember to press the back button, and then you'll see that green shading disappear. So the back button, and that's those 2 data boxes changed. If I want to change the dashboard now, which is set at the standard recreational, I simply press the menu button once more while I'm on the trip computer and go down to change dashboard. Change dashboard, And then recreation's the standard. You can have a look at some of the other options, automotive, stopwatch, but I'm going to show you the first option, small data fields. I can then decide in exactly the same way as we did for these two bigger ones what I see in those 4 data boxes, or if I want, if I go change dashboard again, and this time select large data field and select large data field, you'll see I've got 1 large data field in the top. So I've now got 3 large data boxes. If I want to change what I see in that top one, same as before, menu, change data fields, just give it a chance, and then you see this one's highlighted in green. So again, I can move up and down the 3. So if it wanted to be the top one, I could leave it at trip odometer, but again, I just press down on the joystick and I can decide what I want that one to be. And then I've just got to remember, press the back button if I have changed it. I've now got 3 large data boxes rather than the default. If I decide after all that I do want to put it back to the default settings, it's simply menu button once while I'm on the trip computer, and you'll see the option restore defaults. Select that by pressing down on the joystick. Everything's back to how it was before. While you're on the default ones, if you want to change any of these data boxes, it's no different to what I've just shown you. Menu button once, change data fields, and then you just move up and down, highlight in green the one you want to change, press down on the joystick and pick what you'd like to change it to, and you just got to remember to press the back button so that the green shading disappears. So hope you found this video useful on just some of the data box settings that you can change on the trip computer on an eTrex 32X that I'm using today. The same principle would apply to the eTrex 22X as well. This range of eTrex units with a small compact screen just gives you a few nice options to make those data boxes a bit larger. We have lots more videos like this on our online training course that you can access from the gpstraining.co.uk website, and from our training options you'll see we have an online course that if you purchase from us you get free for a year, but you can purchase it separately, and we have loads more videos that cover using all of the handheld GPSs that we sell, including the eTrex 32X device. And thanks for watching.